Bro Convo podcast for all you bros and bro chicas out there. I am Mudbug. Still don't figure it out, man. I'm the Poisson from the Far East. Absolutely joining us as well today, the guy, the man. He's the bandit from the Cave Monkey Studios. What's up, Adam?
Yo, welcome.
Yeah,
Hope everyone had a good day.
Shoot, good week, bro. Sounds a good year.
That's not
And we
bad.
also have that ceramic surfer. He is the captain now, Mr. Fluffy Ray. How you doing, brother?
Hanging in there.
Hanging in. Yeah, stay vertical, bro. We don't need you on the subway floor. And this is not a guest. This is a don't call it a comeback. It's the beer goon. He's a shotgun splitter. Hey yo, so what's up? Dizzy Desert Bag, man. What's up, brother? What's up?
What's up, y'all?
We back,
Good
bro.
to be back. Let's go. Let's get
go.
it.
We got 4 horsemen up in here.
Damn, the originals, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's been it's awesome having you back, man. It's this every time we all together, it's always fun. We can't stop
absolutely,
laughing,
man. For
like
sure.
stupid
For sure.
crap, bro.
Oh yeah, I can't wait. It's gonna be fun.
Oh yeah,
dude.
yeah. So I do want to kind of jump in real quick. I do have something really a serious topic I want to get out the way before we start talking about crazy stuff. And jar farts. Y'all know what jar farts? Jar farts.
Jar?
I heard.
Okay, hold on.
There's this woman that jarred her farts, and she did it so much she had
You got hospitalized, right? Yeah.
So her name was Stephanie. Her name was Stephanie Maddow from 90 Day Fiance. She was eating too many beans and eggs and yogurt because she was on OnlyFans, and how people were like, yeah, show us your toes, show us your follicles on your hair and everything. But this dude was like, yo, can you fart in a jar and sprinkle some petunias in it, some flower petals, jar it up, I'll pay you $1,000, and you send it. Dude, she did it for 2 months.
That was his
200,000. Dude, look, fetishes is one thing, but I never was so about the girl. Like, girl, can you fart in a jar for me, please? No, for no monetary value.
Man, you probably weren't in love then, dude.
I mean, but let's talk about how much she made though. Like she made
$200,000.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know how many farts that is?
Yeah.
Now, mind you, probably most of that went to her medical expenses.
Right.
Okay,
They thought she was having a heart attack.
That's part 2 to this story. There's medical
Oh, no.
expenses involved.
She was hospitalized, bro.
Do you know the story, Des?
Yeah, I've heard this story. But
Yeah.
Okay, I've never heard this story.
I'm one of the OnlyFans customers. Of course, I know the story.
I was the guy ordering the farts.
It's around here somewhere. I gotta find it. I lost it.
Oh my God. He said,
Okay. All right, so hold on. So I can follow what's going on.
Go ahead.
What a way to come out the gate.
I was trying to be serious, bro. This is, dude, here's what she ate. This is what she ate. She ate beans, eggs, protein muffins, and she had 3 protein shakes and a large bowl of black bean soup. Bro, she was Exxon Mobil by the end of the day, bro.
She's like, what kind of food is making you fart?
Bro, she'd have lit a match. She'd been in freaking Thibodeau, bro. She'd have took off, dude.
BP explosion all day long.
Bro.
So, okay.
So, in my backyard.
We jumped from she was bottling farts and then she was in the hospital. So she was a OnlyFans girl.
Yep.
This dude had a particular thing he liked.
And then she was
obliged.
got a particular set of skills.
Yeah, she's like, I do have that particular set of skills, and so she was doing this for a couple months. You said, and now she's in the hospital. What's she go to the hospital for?
Because they thought she was having either a seizure or they thought she was having a heart palpitation, like she was having a heart attack, like her chest was going to explode.
Hang on. Let
Rachel?
me see if I can...
Not Rachel. Stephanie Maddow. She's from 90.
Let me see if I can actually find the story again. Hang on.
I got it. It's right in front of me. I got it right here.
Okay.
All right. There you go.
We're still skipped a step. All right, so some lady was like, "You're having seizures." Was was she in the process of balling a fart? It was like, was like, stop! You're having a seizure. I'm calling the doctor.
This is what she said. She said, I actually called my friend and asked if they could come over to drive me to the hospital because they thought I was experiencing a heart attack. And I'm 5 years old. It was made clear that I wasn't experiencing a stroke. I was experiencing a heart attack of intestinal gas veins.
Oh my God. So she ate too much gassy food and it was fucking her guts up.
What messes me up is, dude, I eat nothing but eggs and beans all the time. I was never like, oh my God. Like, I got to go to the hospital. Dude. Oh my God. Like, I got to go to the bathroom or the hospital, bro.
This reminds me of a book I got, and it's one of the best books ever. Y'all should get it. It's called The Vice Guide to Sex, Drugs, and Rock and Roll.
Oh, yeah. I think I heard about that.
Oh, man. The fucking first story, because it's a collection of articles from Vice magazine.
Right, Vice, yeah.
First, straight out the gate, was a story about this girl. Her and her guy were fooling around. He was using a toy on the back door. It went inside. They couldn't get it out, so she had to go to the hospital. So the story was about like how embarrassed she was and all the
pretty sure that might have been a Grey's Anatomy episode back in the day.
Yeah,
man,
right.
They probably got it from that book. Man,
probably.
It's a lot of gray area.
I love that. That book is fucking hilarious, dude. I can't recommend that book enough, dude.
Yeah, I've seen there's a whole lot. It reminds me of Jackass with the old boy with the car in his ass.
Oh man, yeah. R.I.P.
Oh, it was him. It was Ryan Dunn, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild, man. So Fluffy, I believe you had some an altercation recently that was that we discussed that was pretty funny.
So guys, I started working at this corrections facility, and
okay. Bro told me about. Are you a guard?
I am what's called a direct care monitor. So basically, I'm a corrections officer that can't touch anybody.
Okay. Do they give you some mace or something at least in case stuff gets crazy? Nothing?
No touch. Yeah. I can make them stay longer, and they don't really appreciate it that much.
Wow. Wow. So they give you so in the event a guard goes psycho, they give you nothing at all.
But so,
wait, they're not called they're not inmates though, right?
They're not inmates. They're court ordered to be at this facility. So if they want to leave, they can.
So it's not jail.
Okay. I got you.
Okay.
When they leave, they'll get a blue warrant, and the cops will come and pick them up, and then they'll end up going back to jail. So these guys are like in there, like let's say their sentence is like 7 to 10 years, right? The court orders them to be at our facility for 7 to 10 months, and then they get out by completing the process of counseling and shit. So
okay,
gotcha. All right.
Like a person like in my position to get injured or anything or assaulted, because if they do that, they're going to go back to jail or stuff like that. But I got played the other day. It was pretty interesting. So I have this counterpart, and I want to say he's from Africa because he's got a strong accent. But for some reason, my African accent sounds like Nigeria. Like, Nigerian. But so we had to lock the campus down, and we had to have everyone inside their dorms. And I'm basically telling everyone to go in their dorms. There's this group of people that were like sitting outside, not even caring about going inside. I'm like, hey, what are y'all doing? They're like, well, we're part of the trash crew. Well, my counterpart is in charge of the trash crew, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna go talk to him. I'm gonna hold you accountable if y'all are lying to me. And So I go and walk over to my counterpart, and I'm like, "Hey, you got a trash crew out here?" He's like, "Mr. Lujan, they are lying to you. Turn around and I look at Lujan. I'm like, you need to say it, they're lying to you." I'm like, shit. So
I'm picturing the accent in my head perfectly.
Yeah. So
yeah.
laughed like laugh when he saw bad lip reading on freaking The Walking Dead. I freaking was like, like it was fucking hilarious to me when I read what the fuck is trying to do to me. But yeah, it's pretty crazy over there.
Yeah, so he told me this. He told me that story. I was like, wait, the dude turned around and was like, "If Mr. Lujan, I'm the captain now." You know, that's what he reminded me of.
Look at me.
Look at me.
The captain now.
I'm the captain now.
They paid that dude like $2,000 to do that role.
Man, that's the only movie I've ever seen that guy in, and he's
that was it.
That's all he needed to. That's all he needed to do, man, to make it out of there, bro. Like,
bro, y'all remember Johnny's joke about that dude?
Did you what?
Johnny was like, remember Johnny had made a joke about it. He was like, bro, that dude. He said he heard the dude only got like $5,000 to do that role.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, no, I remember. Yeah,
yeah, and Johnny was like, yeah, they probably sat him down in the room. You know, they were probably proverbs, and then he was like, "Sir, now listen here. We're willing to give you $5,000." Like, yes, I'll take it. You know. Meanwhile, Tom Hanks making freaking 5 figures of shit, or mil, or stacks, or whatever they call them.
I mean, I'd do it for 5,000. I'd be like, fuck, that's fucking renting some bills. Let's do this.
5,000, dude.
Yeah,
man. When I came home from the army, when I got discharged, that's what was in my bank account.
Man,
it was a nice. It was comforting. So,
yeah,
right.
I do. All I gotta do is this. Look at me. I'm the captain now.
I'm the captain now.
For $5,000. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
And you get to become a meme. Like immortality.
Forever. Yeah, that meme's gonna live on. Yeah, that meme's gonna go on forever, dude.
Yeah, that meme's gonna outlive fucking every person that's alive right now in the world. That meme's gonna last longer than them. So
Liam will be my age.
Right,
he will still see. I'm the captain now.
He's gonna send some meme when you're old, like, look at me.
And then he's gonna be like, hey dad, look at this. This is funny. Oh my god. And I'm gonna be like, yeah, son.
I was there for the inception.
Yeah.
I was.
Go back and look at episode 9 of the Bro Convo covered.
There you go.
We were farting in jars and being captains back then, bro. I do have another thing that we discussed briefly on the last podcast. I brought up Winnebago Man. Des, you ever heard of Winnebago Man?
I have not.
So it was in 1988, and it was this filmmaker Ben Stein.
Hold on, before you get into that, what the fuck is behind you, Fluff?
So apparently,
man,
a bunch of these balls are washing up on the coast of Texas, and they have no idea where they came from. They're just washing up like some scary shit. Then they all.
Oh my god, that's a horror movie. It's a horror movie.
That's a Doctor Who stuff,
we need to talk to homie who took over Tom Hanks' ship.
That's what it is, bro.
What's up?
Yeah, he's the dog captain now, man.
Look at me. Those are my dogs.
look.
Those are my dogs.
$5,000.
I'm the dog captain now.
$5,000. I did it for a dog.
Shit. Like, so that's one of the dolls that washed up?
Yeah, that's one of the dolls that washed up. She's really happy to find it for some reason. I don't know why.
Fuck no!
Oh, you mean the girl on the right?
Doll back in the ocean. Yeah. Fuck that doll.
The girl on the right is not one of the dolls that washed up?
No.
All right, just checking. All right. I want to make sure.
Yeah. Fuck that, dude. Yeah, it's not just that doll. You're saying it's a bunch of dolls?
A shit ton of those. Like,
fuck that.
All
So okay, so how much is a shit?
Doesn't make any sense.
Like 2 or 3 or 4 5?
No,
That's a good question.
hundreds of
Hundreds?
Of thousands or just hundreds?
Maybe like a couple thousand.
What?
Man, yeah.
Fuck that. That fucking what is that? Some sort of lake? That lake's haunted.
No, it's the coast of Texas. It's the coastline of the Gulf of Mexico.
Okay,
Oh,
so wait, so hang on. So is this like container ships that can't come to the port for whatever political reason?
Maybe a container blew up or something, or because they get cut open sometimes and people
Right.
There's no cocaine in the dolls?
I didn't say anything about that.
That's another question too.
Damn it.
But yeah, that's actually not. This thing is crazy right here. This one right here.
I saw you pop that picture up when you first hopped on.
Yeah, it's like a burger, like
I'm looking at.
Like a bacon cheeseburger with some Fruit Loops in it. What's up?
I'm afraid.
The Houston Rockets were playing.
Oh wait, that's macaroni.
Yeah, and they were trying to see who could have the weirdest stadium food. So this is actually a chili dog with macaroni and Fruit Loops, and it was served in Dallas. They're trying to say, hey, come eat this. Apparently, it was really good. I don't. There was
I tried
really.
I tried and fart in a jar.
I mean, you'll probably have farts afterwards.
Oh, hey,
that's the chili dog. Yeah,
that's money right there. Eat a chili dog and go fart in some jars, and you'll be
It's Texas certified.
200,000 in the bank, ready to go. Let's go.
Man, those fucking jars of gold or fart are probably worth more than gold if she's making $200,000 off that shit. The fucking,
I know, but again, I'm telling you, medical expenses these days, dude. As a former claims advocate,
I still don't understand what she.
That's some expensive. That's some expensive shit, dude.
Just from her guts, just got wrecked from eating too much food that makes you fart.
No, I saw. If I remember correctly, I want to say she had like some heart issues because of that shit. Yeah, I remember because I also remember having that question, like, okay, how does farting so much cause that type? I had questions, but
her heart was farting too.
Bro, if you still got the story up, see if it actually goes over what she was, what the diagnosis was, or what she was hospitalized for.
They were just saying they were just diagnosing. They were just in very intensive gas pains.
It's a conspiracy.
Okay.
But it's because the fucking gas food industry is like, nope, you ain't saying what fucking caught. Nope, we're paying you off. You ain't gonna disclose that.
Because she was saying it was hard to breathe and it was hard to breathe in and stuff like that. And she said she felt like a punching and a pinching sensation around her heart, and it gave her like her anxiety escalated. And if I am not a medical physician by any means, but I do know a lot of people who have heart attacks, they usually shit themselves or fart like a lot. Like it's just like you lose bowel movements. Like that's just a thing I've heard. I've seen in episodes of Parks and Recreation. I think Jerry had a heart attack and they said he had a fart attack or whatever.
So
there's something to that.
This story is going to require some homework for me to figure out what the fuck.
We're gonna need a team of investigators.
Yeah.
With that, I can't get the picture to show up right. But apparently in Dickinson, I can't get the picture to show up right because of how it's cropped. But apparently in Dickinson, this deer tried hopping the fence, and he got stuck in the fence. Like his ass is on one side and his front end on the other side.
It. Yeah, I see it.
It's really
hey, what? You can't turn you can't turn the horizontal.
No, because it flips me upside down for some reason. I was working on that. Well, I'll send it to the chat.
Okay, so hold up. So I believe bro's right. So pretty much she ate so much shitty food to where her diet was all jacked up.
What the fuck?
Where she thought she was having a heart attack because eating. Yeah.
They got that where you got like heartburn and it feels like a heart attack or something like that.
That leads me to believe she's just been eating so much shitty food.
Yeah.
The gas pains that she was probably having.
And she's a little chick too.
Yeah, just probably just I mean, we've all had like gas pains and shit growing up. So I mean,
Hell yeah.
it don't feel good. So
growing up, that was 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
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 My hot sauce intake is strong, bro.
I know, right? I almost got hospitalized because of the heartburn I had over some hot sauce I had the other day. So
why you eat some dangerous stuff, bro?
It was a joke, man. It was a joke.
yeah. I was like, I never got my jar fulfillment, bitch. Like, you know.
I know. Think of all the people that probably had like orders pending. Like, hey, so I ain't gonna get my jar now.
Yeah. Yeah, screw Johnny Depp and old Amber Turd, right? Amber Turd probably did some fart jars. It's probably come up in evidence, dude.
Or apparently that was the dog, not her.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Yeah.
All right. So we hijacked, bro. You were telling us about Winnebago, man. 5 minutes ago.
It's fine. I'll chop it, bro. But we could so Winnebago man is just a dude from like the 1988. I think it was Jack Rebney. It's a freaking funny name because when you see what he looks like. So he was just a Winnebago salesman. And they were just doing regular shoots of him trying to like, hey, check out this Winnebago. It's really nice. But like he would get pissed off about every time he would mess up and couldn't remember his lines. So
it was
years
like later.
Exactly.
He's
like,
filming commercials.
Like right. So this is 88, so it's all like, you know, washed out looking. And like he just gets pissed off every time like he messes up his thing. And so years later, this guy, Ben Steinbauer, he found this old blooper reel of the footage. And he was like, this dude's amazing. Like, we need to like immortalize this dude, you know, like make him like immortal. And he found it and made this big documentary about it. But I just wanted to show y'all like just some of the clip of him actually like getting pissed off because it's really fun. The documentary.
He got famous. He got famous like years later, like the Trollolol guy.
Dude, like 30 years later, and he was kind of an asshole. He's like, yeah, because he was very political. He's like, I don't want to talk to you Republicans and the Democrats. He was all crazy. Like, once the guy actually convinced him over years, I'm like, no, you don't get it. People love this on the internet. Like, he just didn't get it, you know. So yeah, check it out.
Exactly like Troll. You remember Troll guy? Like, that's what happened to him. Yeah. He got famous like 10 years ago from a video he did in the 70s.
Yep.
And then he died a couple years later. Sad.
He looks like Mr. Leahy from Trailer Park Boys.
The Winnebago Concepts and Engineering Departments.
Hello.
The multifunctional bathroom. Privacy, I don't know what the fuck I'm reading. I wonder what the fuck the real dialogue is. What the fuck is this thing? All of the windshield, for fuck's sake. Oh, fuck. What the fuck did I say? That didn't sound for shit, did it? Trying to give these guys everything they can get. I mean, that's it. Fuck it. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. We suppose we open... Got to do it again, right now.
He hates his job.
Oh, fuck. 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 Oh, fuck. Shit. Tony, do me a favor, will you please? Will you do me a kindness?
Leave.
Yeah.
I think I want to be walking in and out if you're going to fuck up and I got to...
I don't make any difference to me at this juncture. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Tony. Don't slam the fucking door. No more. Bullshit anytime during the day from any.
So that's what you've been. Right. That's what you're telling us about.
Yeah. That's right. He was gonna go. My favorite part. He's like, I don't want any more bullshit from anybody, even me. Like he's like, but like, dude, there's hours and hours of this footage, and like, it's really hard. Like I teared up when I was watching it because like just to see him at the end. I mean, no spoilers. Not that it's like a spoiler, but like at the end of the thing, he finally convinces this dude. And he comes out like the premiere of the thing, and he's like, he's like smiles. And he's like, oh my god, all these people love me. He's like, yeah, but cool. I've been trying to tell you, you know, like it's really heartwarming. You know, just
got a happy ending.
Yeah, it took him years to like convince him. Like he just would go MIA for a while. You know, it's like, dude, you don't understand. You being pissed off in the late '80s, you know, really gonna work out for you right now. Like, and he gave him all the money and everything. It was really sweet. You know.
Y'all ever seen that video of the black dude doing like the news thing and the bug flew in his mouth? He's like talking in his news.
Yeah. No, I think he still comes on
He's the guy in Houston now.
He's got his own segment though, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah, he wasn't. He's a Houston guy now.
The Isaiah Factor or something like that.
Isaiah something.
Yeah. It's that same.
Yeah,
I believe.
I was showing my uncle that, and when I googled his name, it said news to Houston or something. I was like, oh shit, he's a Houston guy now.
He does the Isaiah Factor, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
that was him. Yeah.
So he's talking with his news voice. He's like, yeah, witnesses said he came around the corner and the bug flew. He's like, oh shit. He goes like his voice. Oh, yeah, his voice changed. He sounded like a pimp and everything. He's like, these motherfuckers. And like that type of shit. Man, he's like, the fucking, I hate this place. That type of
I do remember that. That's funny.
And we're over here like H-Town.
He was like my balls is hot, you know. Like
Derek Lewis.
Why are you taking your pants off? You won. My balls was hot.
My balls was hot. Dude, I watched that live when they said that shit.
God. Was it Rogan? Wasn't it Rogan?
It was Rogan that was interviewing him. Yeah. It was on a Conor McGregor card. That's the whole. We were watching it. It was when Conor got choked out by a Khabib, and so everyone was all stoked to watch that fight, and they put Derek Lewis on there, and it was like, oh shit, Derek Lewis is fucking fighting, and he was getting his ass kicked. That fucker was beating his ass, and then with like a minute left in the fight, Derek Lewis just like unloaded some nukes on this dude and knocked him out like straight, and I was like, oh, there you go.
You got that hot balls syndrome, bro.
Yeah, he caught that hot balls power, dude.
He the thunder from down under.
That dude, man, he should be selling fucking hot balls merchandise. I hope he is. He probably is. There's no way someone as dumb as me is like thinking of like this for the first time. This dude, I know he's got fucking people marketing for him. He's like, yo, sell some hot balls, hot sauce. Come on, man.
Yo, hot as balls.
Hey, I'd buy it though, no homo, but I'd probably buy it.
I'd buy it. He's from Houston. That dude just
I'd buy like
bitch that should be bomb as hell.
Yeah, dude.
Tacos too.
Derek Lewis, Black Beast. That's our boy.
It is.
He loses every time he comes to Houston, though, and it fucking pisses me. Every time he fights in Houston, we all get excited, like, yo, he's here. We're going to get cheer. We go to the fucking bar. Everyone's crunk to watch Derek Lewis, and he gets knocked the fuck out. We're like, what? How are you going to knock Derek Lewis out, the knockout king, in his fucking home city, dude? I won't watch him fight in Houston.
Because his balls was hot.
His balls. No, they're probably not hot. He's probably like, I can afford good AC now. I'm fucking having hot balls.
My balls is cold. That's why
my balls is cold. Yeah.
I'm Joe Rogan's like,
Joe Rogan's like, why are you putting on 2 pairs of pants and ski mask and an overcoat? My balls was cold, bro.
Hang on, let's pay attention. No, wait. Let's pay attention to what Fluff got on his
That's him.
Oh yeah, that's him, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone? Bro said he watched the first episode. Any of y'all watched the fucking Tiger King show?
I have not. I have not watched it yet. I got a list of stuff that I'm so behind back on, dude. Like I'm telling you, man. Like ever since I got discharged from the army, I am so behind on a whole bunch of stuff as far as TV shows go. I'm behind. So I'm playing catch up, man.
Oh yeah, so I didn't even like. I don't know, like one of our like pandemic episodes we did, we were talking about like, yeah, they're coming out with a Tiger King show, and I was like, with real actors and shit.
They were talking about it, yeah, because I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be David Spade.
You would think, fucking Joe Dirt, yeah,
it's Joe Dirt.
It's Joe Dirt on fucking meth and fucking husbands and shit. So. So I don't know. Someone said something. I forget who said something about there being an actual Tiger King show that's already out. I was like, what? It's out? The Tiger King fucking series it's called, was it Joe versus Carol or some shit like that? Or
yeah. It was like a TV show or a movie or something.
It's like a TV show with episodes. with actors and shit.
Okay.
And
okay.
Who's old girl that plays Carol, man? She does amazing.
She's been on like Saturday Night Live. I've seen her on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she was in.
I've seen her.
Yeah,
I don't remember her name though.
If you were to say, hey, so that's what I was thinking of the whole time I'm watching the show. There's a whole bunch of people. I'm like, oh yeah, I've seen them in something. I don't know their names, and if you ask me what I've seen them in, I couldn't tell you. But they're famous enough where I'm like, oh yeah, I've seen that dude some shit before. Or the chick that plays Carol, I'm like,
I think she was
in some shit before.
She was in the Girl Ghostbusters.
The Girl Ghostbusters?
Yes. I believe you're right. Hang on. I'll figure out her name. Hang on.
She was the funny one, like the quirky, crazy one.
The one with the short hair that licked her gun?
I think so, yes.
That's like the main part. The girl like, I was like, ooh.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, okay.
Something, the name's gonna hit.
I mean, dude, you can make up a name and I'd be like, okay, I guess that's her. I don't know.
I believe her name is Kate McKinnon.
Yeah, see?
Kate McKinnon.
Sure, that's definitely her name.
Kate McKinnon.
Yeah.
I know it's her name. Sounds about right. Yeah, good old Kate.
That's totally, yeah, I've seen her in all kinds. Kate, oh yeah, that makes sense now. I remember from that one shit I've seen before.
Yeah, she was in like RoboCop 15.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who she is. I just know I've seen her in a lot of shit, and she's nailed Carol Baskins, and I kind of like how they portrayed Carol Baskins in the show too, because
hey there, all you cool cats and kittens.
And she laughs at everything.
Yeah, that fucking back there behind Fluff. That's it. But I like how, because I think Tiger King kind of did her dirty. Besides, maybe she did murder her husband, but
besides that,
I mean, we're not here to put anybody on trial, but
we're also just going off of like what we saw on Tiger King. I don't know.
They can be biased, but
I don't know.
I mean, they did.
And I was rooting for Joe Exotic the whole time I'm watching that. So I'm like, yeah, fuck Carol Baskins.
Nah, right. I think any sane, moral, prudent person would watch that show and be like, yeah, bro.
Well, that's how they portray it.
Who knows who did?
Yeah, that's true too. The narrative they did with her.
This is true. Yeah, you're right.
Let's kind of make it seem like she killed her husband. Well, we might leave out some other facts that kind of
right. You're right.
Take away from that narrative. I mean, it's a good narrative. It's entertaining. You're like,
oh yeah, absolutely. It gets likes and views for sure.
Yeah.
Talking about it 2 years later. So
yeah.
When it came out, like when it initially came out, if you went to Google in that first 2 months it came out, so I was like, what the hell is that? Like some new reality series? Like I was like, whatever. But then I finally see it for the. But you would, if you go to Google at the time, you put is Tiger King, and it would populate fake. Like, is it real? Like it's like this can't be like real. This can't be real.
Crazy. It's too
same
crazy.
Thing with same thing with Making a Murderer. Like, is Making a Murderer real or is it fake? And you're like, whoa, it's Stephen Avery stuff,
Yeah, like pandemic just hit, and so I'm like at my girlfriend at the time's place, just flipping through some shit on Netflix. I'm like, oh cool, you got Netflix, let's flip through here. And I went past Tiger King like so many times. I was like,
me too.
What is this? Like the description, but there wasn't anything else cool on. And I was like, fuck it, I'll start Tiger King. And then as I'm watching it, I'm texting folks. I'm like, yo,
right.
Watch Tiger King. Watch Tiger King.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bro, it came out like a November, December
time. The perfect time.
Yeah, the best. And I remember watching all of it in one night, like the whole thing till like 4 a.m. And I was telling everybody, I was like, yo, Tim, you're like, bro, you gotta, dude, I'm serious. And like, yeah, one of those shows James has been watching about conspiracy theory. I'm like, no, it's crazy though. Like, you don't get it. 5 months later, like, man, bro, we gotta check out this show. I'm like, that's what I was talking about, bro.
They lost me with homie on the what they call it, the jet ski. Oh, he's on in slow motion. Yeah.
Yeah. Every piece of his skin and
yeah, buddy.
He was going for it, bro. And he's not in gym. No, he's He's out.
Man.
And he even whipped it up to the side too to get the side shot.
He knew what he was doing.
You saw every piece bouncing with every wave.
He was like, bro, the Tiger King's in jail. I'm not.
Yeah. They got a podcast
some
too.
recent stuff about Joe.
What you say?
No, I'm saying
like, no, isn't just more information on?
Hold on.
Who?
We're like killing the internet or something, talking to too many people at once. What'd you say, bro?
No, I was just saying, I thought there was some new information you had sent me about Joe, about him in jail with a new partner or something like that.
He's got a new husband. He's also got like some fucked up cancer. So he
had COVID. I know he had COVID.
So this is the second one, right? Because I haven't seen the second one yet.
No. This is something.
Sorry, season 2. I haven't seen season 2 yet.
Yeah, this is something. I was watching the show and I was getting ready for the podcast. I was like, yo, this show is really good. And I was Googling some shit like, what's going on with Joe Exotic? Is there going to be some new shit on Netflix? And I saw he's married. He met a new husband, but he's also got like some really fucked up cancer. So
yeah, man, that sucks.
Yeah.
It's those people like they always wanted to be of that stature and that status, and then they get put away and they become that status, but they can never actually experience it except from jail. And so, not saying that he was squeaky clean or anything, but
nah.
Right.
All he wanted was to be famous, and now he's famous as fuck behind bars. What'd that one dude say? I love irony.
Yeah. And old boy with the backwards hat with the this bandana and
him.
Whatever that dude's name is.
Jeff Lowe.
Dude wearing freaking dude's wearing a hoodie and a leather jacket in like 90-degree weather. Like
Texas or something, bro.
You pluck a dude from 2006, stick him in a grandpa's body in fucking 2020, and that's Jeff Lowe, dude. Wait, hold on, Fluff. What's going on?
I had an itch.
Oh, okay. I thought you were signaling. Like, shut the fuck up.
I was like, it's a secret sign.
Yeah, Jeff Lowe was just in the news while I was looking that shit up. Like, I think they just straight up like shut down his whole operation.
Oh, they did. Yeah, they had to. It's too. I mean, Netflix did a justice for all of that, just even for the whole thing. I don't know how Carol Baskins is still doing it, but actually, Carol Baskins, her place was actually in an episode of Trailer Park Boys.
Uh-oh.
Well, she's actually trying to get like laws changed to like help the cats. So that's what they kind of ended it on.
Yeah, because she's trying to get the police off of her back for freaking cutting up her husband. If I do something good, the other way, no.
Oh shit! It turned into a conspiracy podcast all over again.
Your tigers know what like.
I'm right here. Conspiracy podcast. Come on, bro.
Man, we'll set that up for the next one. Like, this is the conspiracy podcast.
Oh God. No, that'll be another podcast and the other network.
Dude, one night I was hanging out with Dez and his dad, and his dad brought up, he's like, what you know about the Book of Enoch or some shit like that. And I was like, what you know about the Book of Enoch?
Enoch, bro. Tell me about the Enoch.
That was a deep, that was a deep night,
man. He wasn't ready to go into a deep conversation about aliens and angels and shit with me.
That's the blew my mind. I didn't know. Look, I'm 31. I'll be 32 in August. I had no idea there was a whole other book of the Bible that no one talked about.
There's a bunch of them.
Or that people did talk about, but I didn't know that people were talking about it.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of books, but this is like the main one that's not in there that they talk about because it describes like the angel war and the fucking, it tells you what the angels were in charge of, and when there's like a verse that they're like the angels seduced the women and then they begot giants. Yeah.
I went down a YouTube rabbit hole.
It's like
that week.
Two verses in the whole Bible, and then it's over. This book, the whole first third of this book is everything that happened during those two verses in Genesis, dude. Yeah, so when when he was like, "What you know about Enoch?" and it's all like you could tie it into aliens, so it's a really good like topic. You could be like, "Whoa, what you want to know? Let's go."
Hey, Desmond, you ever heard of that band that's on Fluffy's picture right there?
Say that again for me, bro.
You ever heard of that band that Fluffy got on his Zoom picture?
Yeah, they like just recently came out with like a new album, or they're like a new band, right?
Yeah,
No, I think
about
I think they're a
weeks
cover
ago.
band. I think they're a cover
Yeah.
band.
Nah, I don't think they're a cover
No,
band.
no, that's Cowboys from El Paso.
Oh, okay. El Paso.
El Paso, I love it.
Is that a real fucking cover band?
And they're the
I have
best
no
of the
idea.
best.
It has to be. I was like, there's
I have
no
no
way to come
idea.
up with that on the spot.
But
What you
this
got?
past November, we drove through El Paso to go visit my sister, who at the time was pregnant. So we had to go visit her this past November, and we drove through El Paso. And El Paso was the perfect name that I would describe it as. Like,
Really?
dang,
It's
nothing
fucked?
El Paso. Ain't nothing.
Ain't no-
Nah, I'm good. I would drive through El Paso just to get to New Mexico.
Well, that's why there's nothing there. It's so close to the border. Everybody's tripping, you know.
Yeah. Not knocking El Paso because I love my Texas and I love my Texas in my,
dude,
in my,
you say
in
something
my
there.
counties, but
You say it's something there, but it's still one of those cities that always makes it onto the fucking map for some reason. You know, I mean,
No shit.
I don't know what those motherfuckers doing over there. But El Paso,
Over.
I'm good, homie. I'll drive through. We ain't stopping in El Paso.
You went through Marfa?
No, so we didn't go that. I have been to Marfa. Yes.
Have you seen the lights?
Marfa. I did see the lights.
what?
What?
Yes.
What? So
I
save
didn't
that
tell y'all this.
Well, there's our
No.
last topic. Jesus.
All
Yeah.
right.
The Vols.
All right.
Conspiracy podcast. Conspiracy podcast.
All right. So yes. So what was this? This was okay. So real quick. So this was 2019.
Jesus.
Teresa and I filed taxes. We owed money. We were stressing out trying to figure out how to pay said taxes. I was like, well, I'll pay off this 401k loan I got to work. I'll take this money out. We'll take half the money to pay for the taxes, and then we'll take the other half, and then we're going to go on a freaking vacation trip. We're going to go to Big Bend. Let's do it. Let's go. If I'm going to take this much money out, we're going to enjoy some of it, right? So for her birthday back in 2019, we went to Big Bend, but what we did was Big Bend was the end trip. So we left here in Houston and we stopped for lunch in Austin. And then from Austin, we drove to Midland, Odessa, stayed the night in Odessa. And then from Odessa, we went to Monahans in that area. So the Monahan Sand Dunes. So we visited that little park area. And then
That's awesome too.
we ended up tripping down to, because I mean, we're all the way out there. And when you get that far out in Texas, there is nothing, that's all oil field. That's oil field country, right?
Mm-hmm.
Stuff. So from there, we went and stayed at Marfa. So we did go to Marfa, and we stayed in Marfa for probably 4 or 5 days. And man, Marfa was a cool town that had it was an awesome small town. There wasn't much to do out there, but the food was great. And they had a famous hotel that James Dean, the old actor James Dean,
What?
at back in, he filmed. Don't quote me on the name of the movie. I don't know. We could probably link it or whatever how that goes. But we ended up staying up out there at that hotel that he stayed at, and we just sat there and like drank like the whole time we were there. It was awesome. It was a fun time.
I didn't even know he had ties to Texas.
Yes, dude. So believe it or not, there's
Weird.
been a whole bunch of old Western movies that were filmed in Marfa.
No, I believe
makes
that.
sense, I
Yeah.
guess. Yeah, it makes sense.
And so, but to get to Marfa, you had to drive through Alpine, and that's a 20-minute drive. So Alpine is the gateway to Big Bend. In order to get to Big Bend, you got to go through Alpine, or that's one of the cities cities you can go to get to it.
I got one more question.
Yeah.
Teresa told me back in the day that they do like random spot checks with drivers for
Yes they do.
Okay.
Yes they do. And I had a big ass AR-15 in the back seat when we went to the border checkpoint.
Okay, so yeah, so don't bring guns, don't bring contraband.
No, so that's a whole other thing too. Yeah, so check it out. So we go to Marfa, we hang out, eat a bunch of amazing food, amazing views. It was fun. We ended up hanging out at this awesome hotel because if you didn't stay at the hotel, you could still go there and drink at their little hotel bar, right? And that's what we did. We were walking distance from everywhere in Marfa, right? And then when we got done with Marfa, we drove back through Alpine, and then went to Big Ben, and then we finished the trip out there. Big Ben was amazing. It's just Big Ben, you're looking at like country desert road, and then you got like Jurassic Park scenery, and then like the whole scenery just changed between like miles down the road. It was amazing. It blew my mind how Texas was so big. You experienced desert, green wildlife, and
topography.
Yeah, all of that. So on the way back though, from Adam's point of view, so one of the ranches we stayed at in Big Ben, it had a range on site. So if that's your thing, you could bring your rifles, bring your guns, and you can go shoot all you want.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
As long as you're not shooting other people, which you shouldn't do that anyways, unless they need to be.
Unless they need to be shot.
Yeah. Because that's another story for a different time. But if you're being safe, they allowed it. So I brought one of my ARs and I got Teresa to shoot it for the first time, which was awesome. And she shot it better than I did because in my opinion, most females shoot ARs better than dudes do.
Yo, I used one of those videos of her shooting that in like one of the Bro Convo like music videos.
Yeah, I remember that. It was fun, man. It was fun, and I mean, literally from the cabin we stayed at on the ranch, you just drive down this one little hill. They had a whole little range area, and it was just you and nobody else, and you could shoot as much as you want as long as you was safe. They allowed it. It was really cool. It was awesome, man. But the checkpoint on the way back, coming back home, yeah. So we're riding back through you're out there on the border, dude. Like we drove through. When you get that far south or that closer to Mexico, I would say it's nothing but straight border patrol and in the Texas TAN state troopers. That's right. So on the way back, going down to Big Ben, we weren't stopped. It's coming back is when you got to go to the border patrol checkpoint.
So make sure you got your tags, your registration all up to date.
I mean, they don't care about that. They don't care about that shit, dude. What they're doing is making sure you ain't got nobody in the car with you that shouldn't be in the car with you.
Oh, so
that's all it is.
Like a box of J's in my trunk and it's okay.
I mean, so
juicy fruits.
I think that might be pushing it, dude. But at this point, like what it was with us was because I mean we hurried up, packed up, and hit the road, right? Because I mean we had an 8-10 hour drive on the way back, right? So I just threw the rifle in the case in the back seat. It was laying on the back seat, and then we just threw everything in the car and we hit the road, right? So I mean on the way back, we drove through the checkpoint, and I'm in the passenger seat. We were taking turns driving, so she drove the first shift basically. So when we roll up, they're like, "Hey, roll down the back windows." So we can roll down the back windows, and you got this whole I mean it's in the case, but you know it's a rifle bag. I mean y'all know me, like it's a freaking rifle bag. I had 2 rifles back there, and they looked at it, they're like, "Is anybody in the car with you?" We're like, "No." "All right, y'all can go," and we just drove off down the road. I mean,
okay, but hold on, what about the lights though?
Okay, so the Marfa.
That's where we were going.
Okay. Like, wait a minute. My bad.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
I love it.
So while we were in Marfa,
that's partly my fault.
The Marfa lights, man, I still can't. To me, it looked like headlights and taillights from a car.
That's what he said.
That's what.
The crazy part is, but the crazy part is, like in the direction you're facing. If you drive into Marfa, because when you drive in, it's one road down there, right? It's one road. You're going in and out, one road. So when you go into to Marfa, to your left is when you'll see the stand for the Marfa lights, right? There's no roads out there.
It's all desert.
It's all desert. And then when you leave Marfa to go back through Alpine, the Marfa lights is going to be on your right, but there's still no roads. So it's crazy because when we got out there around like 6, 7, and I mean, this is probably around, we went in May. So, hey, this time last year, or this time,
right.
Actually, right? So around 7, 8, 9 is when it starts getting dark over there, right? And you start seeing the lights appear. And we're out there with binoculars and everybody. Like, everybody was cool as hell. Everybody was passing their binoculars and everything, right?
Bro's got a question.
Can you see them with the naked eye, or do you have to have some type of?
You can see. Yes, you can see them with the naked eye, but you try and get in and see them closer with the binoculars.
Brad Desmond's out there with his rifle with his scope like this.
So no scope, just red dots. But that's not magnifying anything, right? But no, like that was, I still can't explain that, because to me it looked like car lights, tail lights, right?
What color? Like when I see it in the video.
Yeah, what color?
There's no roads out there. So I saw some red and white lights.
That's what I hear, yeah.
Yeah, red and white lights, but there's no roads out there. That's the thing. There's no roads out there because the direction you're facing to look at the lights, the roads to get into.
Do they come in pairs?
No.
Okay, well there you go.
So the only other thing that I could think of, and that's some theories out there too, is it has to deal with different type of gases.
That's what I heard. Yeah.
Atmosphere and like stuff like that.
Like ignis fatuus type gases.
Yeah, but it's because it's so crazy, but it only starts happening when it gets dark, when it starts getting dark.
Fluff's got a picture, I think, behind him.
Yeah, that's close to it. Yeah.
Yeah, like that, but further away, way further away.
Yeah, it's probably zoomed in.
Way off in the distance.
Aren't there those like stands where you can put quarters in, like the binocular stand thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've seen
there's out there too. Yep. It's got a whole. It's a destination, dude. Like you.
That's
like Marfa
that's
lights.
how they get their like income for that place too. Like, yo, check out our fucking lights.
But part of me was also like, part of it was like, man, that look like headlights. That's a car. But thinking like,
right.
There's no roads out there, at least that I was aware of at the time.
No, there's nothing. There's nothing. There's people that have gone out there with like meters and stuff.
But there's rumors that stuff was an old, like retired or decommissioned, like Air Force or naval base, but planes used to be able to land out there.
There was about radiation and stuff being
out
there.
Yeah, so it could be something like that too. But I mean, this was before my lifetime, right? So
that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah,
man,
what are we starting up in the deserts, bro?
Bro, this sounds like your next like NHP episode.
That's not mine, man.
Like deserts. I put this. Deserts got a lot of mystery behind it.
I'm gonna get my field agent on there.
Yeah, that's sick. Yeah, I want to check that shit out. And I guess you could see it semi-consistently. You went through there one time, you got to see it, so I guess it's pretty consistent to see.
I saw it with my own eyes. With my own eyes, man. So it's something there. I don't know what it is, but there's something going on out there.
I love that, man.
Apparently, the Native Americans thought that they were fallen stars.
Yeah.
So it goes that far back.
I could believe that.
Legends.
Yeah, man. I could believe that. Like it was, like when I first saw it, I'm telling you, man, I was out there. I'm like, okay, that looks like car lights and headlights and taillights, but at the same time, like they're not moving, and that's what caught me because if it was headlights, you'd see them going in and out, and stuff. Tail lights, because their lights were red, so tail lights you see them disappear and stuff, but they weren't.
What'd you say, Fluff?
And
paranormal people believe that it's ghosts of Spanish conquistadors.
Ooh,
that's way before native time, though, right?
And they had no electricity, bro. They shooting their flashlights out there in the darkness.
That's crazy. That's crazy. You got a legit ass like supernatural story, Des.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, man, that's Awesome, man. Look, guys, I think we want to wrap it up. We've been doing it for about an hour or so, man. I really wish and hope that we get more Dizzy Des on this show. And don't make us make another Dizzy Des Please Come Back video, because we will do it.
I'll do it.
We will totally do it.
I just watched the one we made a couple years ago. I was like, damn, that was so funny.
Hey man, look,
God,
I'll put it this way, man. Like I really appreciate y'all keeping my seat warm, and I apologize. And
you don't apologize for nothing, man.
You were on this podcast before me.
Yeah, you don't gotta apologize.
I know,
for
man.
nothing,
I know, man. But it's who I am as a person. Like I appreciate it. And look, man,
dude, you didn't disrespect us. You didn't do us
Hell
wrong.
no. Hell no.
There's nothing to apologize for, dude. It's we kept your seat warm for you, man. We're like, he's coming back. Yeah. It's okay.
I appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Don't call it a comeback, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah. You don't gotta apologize for nothing, homie.
Cool.
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
Dude. Yeah. You. It could be like another. God forbid we're still doing a podcast in 10 years.
Well, hopefully by then it'd be like some big, like we famous, we can quit our jobs and shit type of thing.
And we had 5,000% inactivity right now. So it literally says that in statistics. I'm like, holy crap, that's a big
God
percentage.
forbid, we still have a podcast in 10 years.
We're gonna have like 60 subscribers.
Like, hey, you remember episode 9? Our homie?
Yeah, he's back. Don't call it a comeback.
He's back.
Jar farts are legalized.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Jar farts.
I'm seriously trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out how to name this episode like the whole time. I've been writing stuff down. But guys.
I'll figure out the
picture. Hey, look, here you go. Here you go. Jar farts, Marfa lights. And something else.
And Winnebago.
Probably have a.
And Winnebago's. There you go.
yeah. That's kind of what I had.
Welcome back.
Welcome.
I'm back, man. I'm back.
What'd you say, Fluff?
I said that's probably how the lights got there. The gases that were released.
Yeah, dude. I figured it out.
Jar farts.
Got there.
The whole bunch of like. Nah, it's a whole bunch of like old school like Native Americans from Marfa.
Wait, I got it. Oh, wait, I got it.
Throw them.
I got it. Marfa farts and Winnebagos.
I'm already figuring out the picture in my head, dude.
I know you are.
Yeah.
All right, boys. All right, till next time, man. We're gonna cut this shit out, man. Everybody be safe.
I love y'all so much.
Yeah.
Y'all be safe.